Well, rental scooters will be returning to Dallas in 2023, perhaps in just a few weeks. But this time there will be several changes from just a few years ago. Kathryn Rush, Chief Planner for Transportation for the City of Dallas, has some important early details. Good morning to you.
Good morning and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And as most folks may remember, Dallas tried this before, ended up having to ban scooters because of some safety risks. So kind of explain why the scooters are coming back and what has changed.
Sure. So the goal since scooters went away in the fall of 2020 has been to create a more safe, orderly, and equitable system. So people should see a lot less chaos, a lot less clutter on the streets. Some of the ways we hope to achieve that is by having a fewer number of operators. So our selected operators are Lime, Super Pedestrian, and Bird. And there'll be fewer numbers of scooters to make things more manageable. If the demand is there, though, companies will be able to increase the number of scooters on the streets. There are tougher penalties for people that do not park scooters correctly, so $20. And for companies that do not follow our rules and regulations, they can have their permits suspended or revoked. And then scooters and e-bikes will only be able to be rented between 5 a.m. and 9 p.m. to help cut down on some of the joyriding and party tricks and things that are not intended to be for transportation.
Right, and as I understand, at least 15% of these scooters will be needed and located in areas where the city describes as equity opportunity zones. What's that?
Yes, so those are low income and majority minority areas. So even though we will have fewer numbers of scooters on the streets, we hope that access to them will be greater than it was before.
All right, so riding on sidewalks will not be allowed, and also no concentration of these scooters in central Dallas, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yep, there'll be a limited number that can be clustered in central Dallas to help distribute them, make them more accessible to people. Sidewalks has always been illegal. It's still illegal, but we are working on providing and installing more bike lanes and more facilities to make it safer for people to ride these devices in streets.
So how fast will they go? Is there a maximum speed limit?
Yes, the maximum speed limit, and this is for private devices as well, is 20 miles an hour. But we do have what we call slow ride zones in areas like Deep Ellum, where the speed limit will be reduced to 10 miles an hour. And companies will have this GPS, geo-fenced zone around them, so the scooters and e-bikes will automatically slow to that 10 miles an hour.
If you can't talk about a little bit about where these scooters are going to end up, wasn't that part of the issue the last go around?
Yes, there were issues with scooters ending up in our rivers and in our floodplains. So we are also being very diligent about putting up signs as well as geofencing parks and trails so that it's difficult to even get these devices close to kind of these natural and protected areas.
All right, and then so riders, I guess, have to submit a photo of where they park it?
Yes, so that goes back to making sure that riders are parking in ways that comply with our rules, and there will be education on the devices showing how to do that as well as on our website. But at the end of every ride, before a ride can be ended, riders will have to take a photo showing how they parked the device, and if it is not parked correctly, they could be fined $20.
So I guess we'll see scooter selfies on social media. Okay.
Potentially, yeah.
All right, Kathryn Rush, we appreciate your time this morning. Keep us posted.
Thank you.